Inkster City Council, March 19th, 2018 meeting is called to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Everyone, please remain standing, but to ask Pastor John Herm to please come and give us a prayer.
Let us bow our heads, please. Our Father and our God, we come to you in the name of Jesus. We give you thanks, we give you praise, honor, and glory for this day that you have made. Lord, as we now have assembled ourselves in these hallowed halls, we ask, Lord, that you will grant your mercy upon this body of leaders that have congregated together and have come to facilitate the business of our community. We pray, Lord, that you will endow them with the necessary wisdom and the necessary knowledge to make the decisions that will be of value and that will be expedient for the administration of our fair city. So we pray, Lord, for their protection. We pray, Lord, that your mercy and your grace will ever be upon them. We ask that you will extend those same mercies and graces to all of our law enforcement officials that are assembled here today and those that are in the field. We ask that you will protect them and be a hedge around them. And we pray, Lord, that every decision that is made here today will be for the betterment of all humankind that called this place our home. Bless us now, Lord, as we go forward in Jesus' name. Let every heart say, amen.
Amen.
Roll call.
Mayor Nolan.
Present.
Councilwoman Watley.
Present.
Councilman Oden.
Present.
Councilwoman Mitchell.
Present.
Councilwoman Howard. Here. Mayor Pro Tem Williams.
Here.
And Councilman Chisholm.
Present.
And we have 7 tonight present, and we do have a quorum.
All right. Everyone have a chance to look at the agenda?
Nope.
Okay, we need to add item G, which is the vote that was taken back in closed session. What's the name of that case? Is it Gardner?
Gardner case.
Gardner. Okay. Add that as G, Gardner case. Any other additions, deletions? No. We have a motion?
So move.
Been probably moved and supported to approve the agenda. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. It passes. Presentations, Parks and Recs update by Director Craig Lewis.
Good evening, Mayor, Council.
Good evening.
I just wanted to come in. This year, we're starting something where the Mayor and I and Darren, we said that we're going to do quarterly updates to the council that what's going on in Parks and Rec. This is the first one of the year. So right now in Parks and Rec, we have several projects going on right now. We painted the computer lab. We painted the games room. We painted the kitchen. We fixed the plumbing issues that were in the kitchen. Those projects are completed now, as of now. We're painting the multi-purpose room currently. If you were at the mayor's luncheon last week, you may have seen some patchwork. They're completing the painting right now there. The power washing of the kitchen floors is scheduled for tomorrow, and they're going to do the inside windows in the gym room because you need a scaffold to get those windows. The installation of new kitchen appliances will be scheduled for the first week of April, like around April 2nd or 3rd, where we're going to be getting all new appliances for the kitchen, new refrigerator, new stove, oven, microwave, ice maker, and fryer. So all that's new. Upcoming projects we have, just last week we were out at the Parkwood Park project where we're going to be installing a new playground set for the kids in that community. We were out there last week and they staked out the ground and determined where everything was going to be positioned, and they're scheduled to start in April as well. So they're going to go out and excavate and all of that. And then we're also working now to get estimates for the refurbishing of the restrooms that are at Dozier. And those restrooms will be funded partly with our IDA grants that we received from the county. We just submitted our project descriptions to the county. And Mr. Glenn Anderson, we just submitted those, so we're just waiting for those to come back. But we were approved for those funds, and I think the total project of that would be about it's almost 23,000, which 12 of it is in IDA grants. So the rest, the 10,000 and something, will come out of the Parks and Rec millage. And a couple of other things that we've been working on: our summer youth employment program. And this year, like last year, we got more kids, but this year we're trying to get even more. So we were aggressive in our acts this year from both the Detroit Wayne Mental Health Authority as well as the Grow Detroit Youth Talent. And with both programs, I know the Detroit Wayne Mental Health Authority, I got word on Friday that everything looked good and that we will probably get the 25 kids that we asked for, the 25 slots. With the Grow Detroit Youth Talent, that's a program that's actually ran by the city of Detroit. So they're looking to actually place Detroit kids, but DTE has the outer cities, and so it's just up to how much funding DTE puts in, and we'll know that by April the 13th. We'll know how many slots, but I did ask for 20 slots. So if we get both grants, that's 45 slots. So we'll have 45 slots for kids, and we'll be asking the organizations and community service organizations if they need kids like that have youth programs off-site. Mother's Pantry, I think, used some last year, and then Mr. Reverend Williams, if he needs some this year, and housing. So we'll place kids in those. And if anybody else needs some and just have them contact me for their acts. And then what I'll do is, if we get the slots, I'll just call them off the list. On Friday, I applied for an after-school, a healthy out-of-school time grant, which is it's a grant for health education, health and fitness education for youth. It's an after-school program. In the summer, $25,000, and hopefully we get that. We're going to keep our hands crossed. And that's basically to teach kids and their parents about healthy eating and activity. And that's all.
Any questions for Director
Yeah, I
Williams?
have one.
Sure.
Did I just clarify, you said that the kids coming, they want you to employ Detroit kids? Because I've been hearing this from different meetings I've been attending where they feel that we should not be,
Included.
that our kids should be the ones that are being put to work in our city.
Right. With the DTE program, the kids, the kids that we employ through the DTE program have to live in the city of Inkster. With Grow Detroit Youth Talent, they hire kids. Like, that's a city organization now.
Right.
It's like the city and that organization, they partnered together to create a bigger program. And so Mayor Dugan is saying, like, most of the funds have to go to their city, to their kids. And so what DTE is doing is they're reaching out to the communities that they serve. So it's us, River Rouge, E-Course, and then they're giving us funds to employ our kids.
Okay. Maybe I'm still confused.
Okay.
Because I thought you said that we were supposed to employ these Detroit kids, but if the Detroit kids are being employed strictly by Detroit, that's not a problem. I don't have an issue with that.
Okay.
What I had been hearing is that some Detroit kids were employed out here instead of our kids being employed here.
No.
Okay, I needed to know.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I got a question, and maybe I missed it early on when you started, but, is there any funding made available, locker room, showers? That's something that's gonna be happening down the road.
Yeah, we're looking into that, like, down the road. That's actually, was a part of the swimming pool grant that we're actually trying to get, like, we're trying to work on, getting the pool enclosed, but that was all enclosed, I mean, included in that.
That's a different project altogether, okay? Thank you.
It's a way bigger project.
Anybody else? Okay, all right, thank you. Consent agenda. Everybody looked at the minutes? Any changes? Omissions? Deletions? Okay, we got a motion?
Make a motion to accept the consent agenda as is.
Board,
Been properly moved and supported, discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. Passes. Boards and commissions. Do you have any nominations today? We have any nominations held over from a previous meeting? No. Nothing? Okay. We'll move on down to new business.
Consideration and approval of the FY 2018 budget amendments for general fund, major streets, local streets, parks and recreation, drug forfeiture, and water and sewer funds.
Chairman, make a motion we consider the approval of the FY 2018 budget amendment.
Been properly moved and supported, discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Passes.
Consideration and approval of administration to enter into an intergovernmental agreement with Wayne County for the construction of a sidewalk on Inkster Road from South River Park Drive to Colonial Drive. Funding will come from Act 51 Major Roads budget.
Chair, I make a motion we consider authorizing the administration to enter into an intergovernmental agreement with Wayne County.
Okay.
support.
Been properly moved and supported, discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. It passes. Glenn Anderson, do you have anything for us tonight? Come on. Y'all let me forget again.
Mayor, you know that's a dangerous question to ask. But I just wanted to come and say, well, for one thing, I think our Parks and Recreation Director needs another big hand for all he's putting into the rec center. It's great to see it, great to see it. And I'm glad we can partner and do some things together, and he's been great to work with. I just wanted to also say that I'm glad to see it come into fruition about the sidewalk next to the park, Colonial Park. It's something that was long overdue, and many times I had people ask me at coffee hours about when that was going to be, if it was going to be done, and I'm glad to see it happening. I wanted to give everyone just a small update on the jail project, which is usually at the top of everyone's agenda. They want to know when that's going to be put to bed. We received the offer that was reached with, or the deal that was reached with Dan Gilbert's company. We haven't had a chance to really dig into it completely yet. There's some provisions in there that I think will probably still need some work. But one, for instance, parking, he wants a contract with him to receive all the benefit of that parking for 20 years. And I want to do my best to ensure the folks that go down for jury duty have some consideration for their parking. Anyone that volunteers and does when we do our civic duty, it shouldn't cost us money to do it. So that's something I want to hear more of. I know there's a provision that the county can buy the parking lot, but that would be at a tremendous cost, especially after we've just built when we build the new jail, what we're putting into it. But it sounds like we'll be somewhere in the neighborhood of $350 million to do the county share. So we've got to determine where they're going to find all the money to do that. I know it looks like additional bonding, but it's something that, I guess what we were talking about a few minutes ago about the recreation, I think if we have recreation for our kids all across Wayne County, there are going to be less of those kids that are going to wind up in the judicial system. So I would rather see us spend more money on recreation and things for kids to hopefully keep them busy. I'm a firm believer. I had raised 2 kids myself, my wife and myself. I better give her credit. We raised 2 kids and we kept them out of trouble, I think. And one of the reasons we did is we kept them busy. It was hockey, figure skating, t-ball when he was little, and I think it pays off. And many times parents can't do that on their own. They need a little help. And so I believe we need to do as much as we can to make sure those kids have activities, keep them busy, and get them in the right direction. But anyway, that's all I have. But thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Joel Jones, State Representative.
Good evening, Mayor, Council, Administration, citizens. No substantial updates at the moment. I was happy to see the city get awarded nearly $800,000 in grants, so congratulations to you all for that. And also, just March is Reading Month, National Reading Month, so make sure, I know we are in schools reading to little children. I don't know if you all do that too, or if any citizens would like to go to schools and read to children. Either out here we have a couple charter schools or even some of the neighboring communities in Dearborn Heights or something. But just know it's Reading Month, so let's make sure we're reading to the little ones. But that's about it right now. Just happy Monday.
Thank you. All right. You get claps for Happy Monday, huh? Back to our new business. Item C.
Consideration and approval of a special land use for proposed medical marijuana processing facility to be located in a multi-use development on Trowbridge Avenue in the M1 Light Industrial District, with conditions noted per the recommendation of the Planning Commission. Harvey Weiss and Ronald Shunaya are the applicants.
Mr. Chair, I make a motion that we recommend to send this back to the Planning Commission to reconsider a revised site plan by the applicant and also to reconsider the recommendation of the special land use after revised site plan.
Support.
Been properly moved, support, discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. It passes. D.
Consider approval of a special land use for a proposed medical marijuana cultivation facility to be located in a multi-use development on Trowbridge Avenue in the M Light Industrial District, with the conditions noted per the recommendation of the Planning Commission. Harvey Weiss and Ronald Shunaya are the applicants.
I make a motion that we recommend to send this back to the Planning Commission to reconsider a revised site plan by the applicant and also to reconsider their recommendation of the special land use after the revised site plan.
Support.
Been properly moved and supported, discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Pass.
Item E, consideration and approval to accept the FDC-TV grant for $314,300 for a new fire engine replacement.
Chair, motion that we accept the grant.
Oh, no, that's right.
300.
300.
You said 314, 300?
314,000.
300.
300. 314 and 300.
300, yep.
Oh.
Don't short us some money.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I get kickbacks.
Okay. We consider approving and accepting the grant.
Yeah, that's vague. Been properly moved and supported, discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. It passes.
Item F, consideration and approval to accept the FDC-TV grant for $500,000 for water system infrastructure repair.
Move.
Support.
Been properly moved and supported. Discussion. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. It passes.
Item G is consideration and approval to vote in accordance with the vote that was taken in closed session. Gardner.
So move, Mr. Chair.
Gardner. Thank you.
Do I have any support?
Support.
Been moved and properly supported. Discussion. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. It passes. All right. Public participation. Deborah Owens.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I participate in the Citizens Police Academy, and I had a ride-along on this past Friday, and it really opened my eyes. It really was interesting. On one of the ride-alongs, it took us 45 minutes. We sat for 45 minutes waiting for the Romulus Animal Control to come to pick up an animal. I mean, just sitting there doing nothing, 45 minutes. And then when they were tied up and couldn't come, it took us another 45 minutes to get the animal and transport him to Romulus. The police vehicle never stood still on the run that I went, except when the officer had to have lunch, and that was very briefly. So the officers are really overtaxed here in the city of Inkster, and we don't want to lose good officers when they've got to sit 45 minutes to wait on animals, and then spend another 45 minutes transporting, and I understand some of them are longer. And as the summer approaches, there are going to be more animals out running loose, I understand, and there are going to be more calls and more officers tied up in that. Therefore, I'm hoping that we could expedite the plans for either an animal shelter, or perhaps maybe we can get an animal control person in order to, pick up the animals and get some kind of agreement that Romulus would still accept without having the building. But if we could just get an animal control officers, because these officers are not trained in animal control. And I mean, we're setting ourselves up for a lawsuit if those animals bite those officers or something happens where they have to shoot and the bullet goes astray or something. So I think that we should seriously look into animal control. And I want to give the police department kudos because you do a fantastic job. And I mean, I think, I think that everybody should. I know everybody can, but you should go for a ride along. It was 6 hours, and it was very, very interesting. We just never stood still. So I just wanted to congratulate Chief Riley for the great, great job that he's doing and all the officers in the city of Inkster.
All right, thank you. Kellen Smith.
Good evening, Mayor and Council, and to our citizens. I'd just like to come and share a few updates as related to some community events that are going to be taking place. First of all, Officer Lebo and I were trying to decide on who was going to get the opportunity to talk about the big marshmallow drop that we're going to be having thanks to our police department, Chief Riley and his team, on March 31st at the Dozier. So please bring all your kiddies out to do that. We're very excited about that. This is indeed a collaboration of our Unity in the Community campaign under the Inkster Task Force. We're very excited about that. We're also looking to do, under the Inkster Task Force, one of our financial events that's going to take place at the Wayne County Community College District on May the 19th, which is an event to work and help all of our citizens in the city of Inkster learn about their financial fitness, how to purchase a home, and we're looking to support homes being purchased in our very own city here. So we have a lot of information over there on the windowsill if you're interested in that event too. I know my time is very limited, so I'm trying to get everything out as I possibly can. We're also looking to do a new and expecting parent celebration that's going to be taking place. That's a collaboration with Starfish Family Services, Wayne Metro, as well as Wayne County Health and Human Service Department here in the city of Inkster. That will be taking place on Thursday, May the 3rd. At the Wayne County Community College District in Taylor. All this information can be found on our website for those individuals that are interested, and or you can see me or one of our task force members. We'll be more than happy to share the information with you. Mr. Lewis also has documents and flyers at his location as well. So we're a community that's trying to become a unified community and working together and doing things as one, as opposed to different silos. And as always, as a representative of Starfish Family Services, we have multiple openings right now for those individuals that are in the human service arena that are looking to support families. Please go to our website and fill out an application if you see something that you like. And we are still in our winter of 2018 semester for Starfish University, where we offer a multitude of programs for enriching the lives of our adults. So I welcome you to go to any of our sites if you're so interested in having a great time and enriching your lives. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Lucius White.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, City Council, Craig, residents of Inkster. My name is Lucius Allen White. I'm a former resident here in Inkster. I still have some family here. I'm a part-time professional wrestler, promoter, and 4 years ago I was responsible for bringing wrestling back. I was working with the Action Network. I think I'm saying that the Action Network.
National Action Network.
Yeah, and then we brought a wrestling show. It wasn't my particular show, but I was responsible for bringing that show. And I own a LLC, a wrestling promotion at this time. And last October 28th, we brought wrestling at the Inkster Complex with the help of Craig Lewis and the City Council too. It was a success. I feel like it was a success. My vision is to one day bring wrestling, hopefully at the Inkster Complex. We working on that now. But hopefully, Craig said my ring is too big for the rooms. But we're gonna work on that though. But we want to bring wrestling, a wrestling school there for the kids here to get them off the streets. You know, I just want to. That's my vision. And then hopefully, when they finish the school, they can be on some of my shows and I can give them jobs and show them how to make it in the big times, because I have a little pull, because I've been to different bigger promotions and stuff, but that's my vision. I'm currently trying to get a non-profit wrestling school too, and I was hoping with the help of City Council, the mayor, if I can get support letters at that too. I left my business cards with you guys too, just in case you want to contact me. But yeah, I just want to make you guys aware, the residents aware, that we're trying to bring sports entertainment back in the Wayne County area, Wayne County / Oakland area. So.
All right. Anybody have any questions for him?
Basically, you're talking about releasing space at the complex?
Yes. One of those rooms, at least. My vision is to have a wrestling school in one of those rooms 3 days a week, and like a reality type of base show, we'll put that on a cable access TV. And my thing is I want to create stars. I want to build up self-worth and confidence in younger individuals of all ages. And I want them to see themselves on TV, and I want people that see me, they can see themselves, that they can succeed too. So that's my vision right there too. I do want the school there though. Desperately, I want this school at the Inkster Complex though.
Okay. Is your company bonded?
We're LLC, limited liability.
Body insured.
Insured.
Liability insurance.
Oh, yeah, we have we have insurance, yeah. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Are any other questions from you? All right, thank you, Mr. White.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, City Council. Appreciate it.
Joel Jones. Deja vu.
Good. Hello again, Mayor, Council, Administration, citizens. I'm just coming up, taking off my state rep hat to say that this is an election year for me, so the election is August 7th, and we're having our official campaign kickoff on April 11th, which happens to be my birthday. So I'll be 23, and I'll still be the youngest state rep. But I just wanted to make sure I invite you all out to it. It'll be April 11th at 6 p.m. At the recreational complex. So just looking forward to seeing you all there. Looking forward to another exciting year. That's about it. Again, so happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
I guess he must be running for re-election.
You're right.
Well, you know, it's good to know. Opal Nolan.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. And to the audience. This is just a reminder. I was here last council meeting telling you about our scholarship luncheon. This is our annual scholarship luncheon. We give scholarships to students that live in Inkster. Now, our luncheon is going to be in about 3 weeks, April 7th, and it will be held at the Wayne Tree Manor on Van Born in Wayne, Michigan, and the donations are the donation is $40. We're going to have souvenirs, and we're going to be giving out gift cards. We're going to pull a number, and if you're the lucky person, you will get a gift card. So please come. I'm getting excited because we had a meeting today, and we're going to be doing some other little things at that luncheon. So here are the tickets. They're almost gone, so you better get your ticket tonight. See me right after the council meeting.
Will Miller.
Good evening, Council.
Good evening.
Mr. Mayor, citizens, administration. My name is William Miller. I am graced and blessed to be the current president of the National Action Network for the Inkster Western Wayne chapter. We have an event coming up on April 7th. Going to be a conversation with the candidates. Coleman A. Young Jr., Brenda Jones will be coming in to sit with us and have a conversation on their run for Congressman Conyers' empty seat in the 13th Congressional District for the United States Congress. Dana Nessel is going to be coming in early as a guest. She'll be there right at 10 o'clock. She's candidate for Attorney General for our great state. Everything's going to start at 10 o'clock. It's going to start at 10 o'clock. So make sure everybody is there bright and early so we can make sure this gets done. It's going to be at St. Clement's Episcopal Church. That's where we are housed, our home. We are glad to be there. The whole point of this, though, is that whether or not you support those particular candidates, the whole goal of the meeting is to try and is for us at NAN to try and do our part to release the latent political power of this particular community. We have a lot of potential to do quite a bit, especially in an election year as pivotal as this one. So turnout is going to be important. We want to make sure that this remains a stop where candidates have to come through if they plan to get elected with anything that happens in our community. So everybody within the sound of my voice, if you could come out, ask questions, make sure that we hold them accountable because our city could use a lot from Washington and that congressional district. I appreciate it. Well, one more thing. I still got some time left. I saw that there was another dispensary and center coming up. On the next candidate forums, I'm curious to see how many of these apps are starting to come through. If we could get maybe like a map of where the potential, because I see there's some changes in the zoning around from R1 to M1. So I'm assuming those could be potential spots for new places. So if there's any upcoming applications, current folks that's looking for other spots, if y'all could have those at y'all meetings in the next one, whenever, I didn't see when the calendar was when the next one was coming. So we could try and have a conversation about those. Other than that, that's it. I appreciate the time.
All right. Shirley Hankerson.
Good evening, Mayor and Council and audience. I'm just here for the NAACP Western Wayne County chapter to announce our health fair. We're partnering up with Beaumont Health, plus some other agencies, Oak Health, Wayne County Family Health Center, as well as the Wayne County Health Department. We're sponsoring a health fair this coming Friday from 11 to 4 at the Hype Center on Howell Street. And we would like everyone to come out. We're going to have something for young and old, and we're going to be having a raffle as well, and there'll be light snacks. Again, that's this coming Friday from 11 to 4 at the Wayne Hype Center. Thank you.
Officer Lebo.
All right. Good morning, or good morning.
Long
Good evening. Till it's the end of my day. So, good evening, Mayor, Council, residents. I just got a few things. Going to partner, piggyback off of what Carolyn was talking about, the egg hunt. We are also accepting donations of plastic Easter eggs, candy, Easter grass, empty Easter baskets, giveaway prizes, spring decorations, face paint, and paint supplies for crafts. Any donations are welcome. A couple of the drop-off sites are Operation Refuge and Mother's Pantry, St. Clement's Episcopal Church, the Woodson Center, the Old School District Office on Carlisle, and the Inkster Police Department. There is a flyer online that lists the addresses and the drop-off times. The police department, however, is 24 hours a day. We don't close. So if anyone would like to drop some of those donations off, it'd be greatly appreciated. I would also like to reiterate how excited I am for the marshmallow drop. Seriously. There's a helicopter is going to drop marshmallows in Inkster.
Right.
I cannot wait. It is going to be, I'm actually talking with Craig, trying to figure out where exactly it's going to be dropped off, but it's going to be near the end of the egg hunt. So it's probably going to be around 1 to 2, between 1 to 2. So if you're coming to the egg hunt, make sure you stay till the end. We'll have more details in the coming days. Next up, we have Coffee with a Cop. I was sick for the last one, so I appreciate the officers that filled in for me and for everybody that showed up. I hear it was a wonderful conversation. The next conversation is going to be April 10th at 10 a.m., same location, Applewood, Coney Island. And that is really about it. Everyone have a nice day.
Thank you. Yvonne Moore.
Good evening, Mayor Nolan and Council and Inkster residents. First, coffee hour, will it be the same time?
Yep, 10 a.m.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
This question is for Craig Lewis for Parks and Recs. Will the summer employment from DT, when will we be able to, the organizations be able to get in contact with you? And is there a certain number for us to get in contact with you, and is there a certain number that we have to, as far as our youth?
Okay.
Do we have a cutoff number?
Right.
You know?
So right now, what they do is go onto the city's website, click on the Services tab, Parks and Rec, and at the bottom of the Parks and Rec page, on the right, left, in the right corner at the bottom, there's a tab that says Summer Recruit Form. Click that form, and it has the directions. Okay. So they would have to go to the website to Grow Detroit's Youth Talents website, and they would have to register. But they have to put that code, our city referral code. They would have to use that code because the deadline is passed.
Yeah.
But as long as they use that referral code, it'll accept the application. And the kids from Inkster, I'll be able to see the kids from Inkster and pull those applications.
Okay, just making sure. I know I have a few that were not last year, but the year before last.
Right. And then this year, like, just give me a call. You have my number.
Yes.
Just give me a call and tell me how many slots you're looking to fill this year.
Okay.
Or send me an email.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Age is 15 to 24.
Okay, that was my next question. And thank you, Williams. I forgot that one. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Janeki Nance.
Good evening, Mayor Nolan, to your administration, to members of City Council, as well as the citizens of Inkster. My name is Attorney Janeki Nance, and I stand before you today as a candidate for Wayne County Circuit Court Judge. I stand before you to ask for your support, and if there is an opportunity for me to speak to any of you all individually, I ask that you all give me that opportunity. I have been practicing law for the past 13 years, and in my practice of law for the past 13 years, I have practiced in the public service arena as well as currently in private practice. Just to give you all a brief history of my background, I work for Lakeshore Legal Aid. I've also worked for Legal Aid and Defenders Association. While working in those capacities at Legal Aid and Defenders Association, I have worked as a deputy defender, representing citizens of Wayne County who has been charged with felony crimes, okay, and I've taken those particular cases from preliminary examinations all the way through trial, representing capital and non-capital cases. I've also worked in the civil law group at Legal Aid and Defenders Association, and there I represented citizens in Wayne County who have faced bankruptcy, foreclosures, repossessions, who've had credit card issues. I've also represented them in landlord-tenant matters. Most recently, which has affected our community more so, I represented people through the Michigan Prisoner Reentry Program. So people who were locked up and had to be brought home, I made sure they got their items in order before they were released. I've also worked at Lakeshore Legal Aid, where I've helped many senior citizens who have been in need of legal assistance by talking them through legal issues over the telephone. Ladies and gentlemen, I have done my service in public service as well as private practice. Currently, I do practice criminal defense. I do practice family, which includes divorce, child support, those types of matters, including estate planning. So I'm here today just to ask for your support. If you'll be willing to sign my petition to continue my efforts to help me get on the ballot, I would greatly appreciate it. And again, I thank you for your time this evening. Thank you.
Thank you. Shirley Walker.
Hi, Mayor. You know I don't like to talk.
Right.
But I'm going to be very brief. Okay. And council, how y'all doing? And ladies and gentlemen.
We're fine.
On behalf of New Birth Baptist Church, the Swap Sisters are giving a crazy hat day. You dress your hat up, you wear a hat, you get a ticket, you can win a prize. We're going to have some good food. Usually it'll always be salad, but we're going to have some fried chicken. I'm not going to go crazy now because, yeah, y'all going to eat good. The tickets are $10. Children from 5 to 12 is $5. And little weenies, the little ones, are free. So we hope that you'll come out March the 24th from 12 to, I'm sorry I'm late. I thought we announced it before, but we didn't. But it's this Saturday from 12 to 3. We're going to have some singing. I'm going to sing. And we're going to introduce our group. But we hope to see all of y'all. I know, Mary, you come.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not going to say this right, but you know, Pastor Stevens' wife was honored for the Black history of the year. I'm not saying it right, but we're going to be honoring her.
Okay.
Because she was supposed to have been put into the thing from Mont
Michelle.
Hall of Fame. That's where she's at, the Hall of Fame. But she don't know she's being honored from the Swap Sisters. So we hope that y'all
when this
come.
airs.
It was a secret before tonight.
Oh my God! I hope she don't watch TV. But we hope that y'all come out and honor her that day. And it's $10 a ticket. So I got tickets. And it's running out. Please come. Oh, and excuse me, Connie is going to announce our meeting for the Eastern Community Block Club because I can't remember the date. I'm only the secretary.
All right, that's it for public comments. We're going to start with Councilwoman Howard.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Mr. Mayor, I would like to put something out there for the city of Inkster. For the children who's going on the college tours, I'm thinking maybe we can do something to, have them write essays or whatever, and maybe we can send a child on the college tour for next year.
How much it cost?
This one was $750.
Ooh, okay.
But, I mean, we can look into other avenues, but I only had one because my daughter is going on one, but I thought it would be good if we sponsor one kid. You know, have them do something.
Have a contest?
Have a contest, you know, write essay or whatever we decide to do. I think that we should try to do that for next year. I'm just putting it out there, so hopefully we can get that together. So we're gonna have Darren. Look, we all can come up with something and see, you know, whatever, Connie, English major, we can have come up with something for the child to do, something educational for them, to work their minds, so. Okay. Okay, that's all I have, Mr. Mayor.
All right, thanks. Councilman Chisholm.
Good evening. First off, I would like to announce that my Citizens District Advisory Meeting for District 4 will be held at New Birth Baptist Church on Saturday, March 31st, 6:30 p.m. Again, that's New Birth Baptist Church, right on Avondale, Pastor Stevens Church, Saturday, March 31st, 6:30 p.m. Second, as always, if you're hungry, chicken and fish dinners tonight at St. Clement's. So I'll see you there. Also, on behalf of Ruthie Williams, I would like to announce the Chamber of Commerce Mixer Networking event. I forgot what date that is. I'm looking at my calendar right now.
27th at 6.
There we go. You all know. That's good. She'll be happy and pleased when I report back to her. So just want to make sure you all get your tickets because they're after me about my tickets, so I feel you all should be compelled as well. And last but not least, unite us all. So the shirts tonight that I have on and that State Representative Jewel Jones has on as well is courtesy of Jamal Allen Sr. He is the owner of Unite Us All. If you like the shirts and you want something similar to it, this one says Unite Inkster. And on his I'll stand up in 1 second. And on his Instagram page, he has other cities and everything like that too. But he's a local business owner. His number is 248-757-7570. And on the back of his business card, it states Unite Us All, encouraging diversity and equality, as well as celebrating each and every person this great nation has to offer. And now I'll stand up so you all can see the shirt. And I know this is kind of small, but
It's snug.
it's snug.
Yeah, right. Because you're so ripped up.
That's what it is. And that is all I have, Mr. Mayor. Thank you.
Thanks. Mr. Treasurer.
One announcement, the street sweeping will begin April 2nd, and it will follow the timing and routes of trash collection.
All right. Madam Clerk.
No comments tonight, thank you.
Councilwoman Mitchell.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
The Inkster Community Block Club will meet on the 27th of March. We will have to move our location. I will have to ask the Inkster Recreation Center if they have some space for us for that evening. We'll meet for a while and then we'll enjoy the Inkster Chamber Mixer. The next thing is the Inktown Derby Day, which is coming May 5th, and it's just growing and growing and growing in excitement. Felicia has tickets, I have tickets, the mayor has tickets.
Oh, I'm out of tickets.
Oh, she's out of tickets. Carolyn has tickets. There are tickets everywhere. Tickets are only $40, but you're really going to have a great time. We're due to have some kicker cars very, very shortly. We'll put them all over town for you. But it's going to be a real derby party, complete with dinner and a signature mint julep drink, and some other fun activities, including contests for the ladies and the gentlemen. There will be hat contests, and there will be a parade of everyone who wants to parade we will sing My Old Kentucky Home with the rest of them. Because we are actually going to watch the Derby. So there will be plenty of excitement. We've basically taken over the whole rec center, and it's just going to be a fun time for us to come together and do some things in the city of Inkster. So we invite you to participate with us and just come and have a good time. If you can't get to Kentucky, we're just the next best thing. And that's all I think I have for today.
All right, thank you. Councilman Holden.
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to talk about a couple of things. Calls on, Mayor. One is related to the phone system here at the city. I don't know if we're having a problem or not, but I've gotten a couple of calls from a couple of citizens who, and I don't mean this negatively, I just think that we need to be cognizant of the fact that there's a slight problem. They're not able to get through. I had a discussion this morning with the treasurer, person I got a call from. I got a call from a person last week about the same thing. And I just think that it's something that we might want to look into. And it has happened with me a couple of times. I've called and tried to get through. And I just think that that's important so citizens can get through to us.
Is it technical? You're talking about? Or is it just no one's answering it?
Nobody is answering.
Okay, so it's...
The numbers are going through, but nobody's, really able to answer. The other thing, the other concern that I have is a concern for the complete city. And I'm sure besides myself, there's some citizens out there who recognize the same thing. We are making progress in the community, but I have a problem with issues related to people putting stuff out on the curbs. And it's impacting our city. I have a real concern with that. I don't know what we need to do to address that issue, but it's happening around the city. I don't know how much other people ride through the city and basically take a look and see these issues. But I think it's something that we really need to deal with for the simple reason that we're moving forward. And I think that our city is moving forward, but we need to eliminate this issue so we can continue to move forward together, keep improving our overall community. So I just want to put that out there because it is a concern that I have, and I'm sure if anybody else has seen them, they probably feel the same way. That's all I have.
Can I piggyback on what you said? He is exactly right. I have ridden my neighborhoods recently and have taken down approximately 10 addresses where people have put things out on the front, and I turned them into ordinance. So there are forms available that you can use. You can email ordinance, you can call, and the only way we're going to stop it is if everybody is vigilant about it. When you see something, say something. Don't just sit and... I went on Rosewood in front of Mrs. Walker's house. I couldn't believe the pile. It had to be 12 feet high.
So you called on Miss Walker?
Yeah, I called on Miss Walker. But that's the only way we're going to handle it, ladies and gentlemen. We have to be vigilant about what we see that's not wrong. And after all, it does impact your home, your property, and the quality of life that you want to live. So there are plenty of, and then we have See Click Fix, because that's the first place I went to when I had all of those addresses. I simply went to See Click Fix and put those addresses in with the problems that I had observed. And I'm going to follow up with you see, I have my ordinance papers tonight with addresses.
One other thing I'd like to add to that, Mayor, is we know that we're trying to move the city forward and bring in new businesses. That's another reason why it's important to deal with an issue like this so that people who want to come into the city will come into a city where we got things in place to eliminate these kind of issues.
Well, this is something we can do, so let's just do it. Councilwoman Watley.
Yeah, just talking about what they're talking about. Didn't we hire 4 companies to pick up big things
Big
like
things,
that?
yeah.
So if these people have that out in front of their houses, they can just call Jerome. Everybody call Jerome. Oh, you said no. Who should they call? Because these people have been hired by us, so they should be out cleaning up these enormous piles.
They only clean up when they're assigned an address, generally by code enforcement. They don't go just kind of looking, so.
No, I'm not saying that, but I know we hired people, so we have to apparently tell them
Yes.
where the problem is, and they would address it.
Right, but to that point, again, they're generally assigned a specific address by code enforcement, and it's only when code enforcement is aware that a specific address has a problem.
I still don't see the problem. Make them aware.
Yeah,
He's saying
we have
all
to
these
make code
people-
enforcement aware.
Exactly. So-
And someone has to make us
someone
aware of the
to
address.
address it.
Yeah, someone has to make us aware of the address.
Once someone does that, we do have the mechanism
We
to
certainly do.
address it.
Right.
Correct? Okay.
Yep.
If they put in just take fix, it comes up with the address. You don't even have to know the address, it just automatically generates the address.
Me? Me now? No. Oh, no.
You was just warming up?
Yeah. I just turned the ignition on. Okay, Inkster residents, I will be having an advisory board meeting this Thursday, the 22nd at 5 p.m. here in council chambers. Directly, that's an advisory board meeting for District 3 and anyone else who's interested in coming and addressing situations that occur in the city of Inkster. Directly following that, because the mayor has consented to let me have the ICANN meeting here in City Hall, in the council chambers directly following it. So the advisory board will be at 5, and because I have no time, the ICANN meeting will be at 6. So you're all welcome to come to that. That's the Inkster Citizen Action Network. Okay, on the 26th, which is a Monday at 5 p.m., we'll be having a conversation with the churches. We've sent letters out to all the churches that are servicing the Inkster area, and we're hoping to begin to network with each of them to make sure that we know what's going on with them, they know what's going on with us, and we can disseminate that information to their parishioners. So that's a conversation with the churches. That will be held at Christ Temple City of Refuge, which is 27741 Carlisle, and that will be at 5 p.m. also on the 26th. So we look forward to either the pastors or a representative of their church to be there to take down the information that we hope to disseminate. This is our way. You know, we have problems with communications a lot. Like I said, the one thing I am attempting to eliminate is that people say, I didn't know that. We want everyone to know what's going on in the city of Inkster, and we want to make sure we have people at, telling or doing to make sure everybody else knows. Also, on the 29th, the city clerk, human resources, and myself, will be having a volunteer registration sign-up. So that's anyone who's interested in volunteering in the city of Inkster for a myriad of different things. You can come to that meeting and sign up as a volunteer. If you don't have any special situation in mind that you would like to volunteer for, we can just put you on the list as a person who we can call when volunteers are needed. A lot of the organizations need volunteers, especially the ones that deal with kids. We want to incorporate all that so we're able to facilitate the needs that our children have or any other group in the city. Remember my motto, when your contribution outweighs your criticism, then you get to talk, okay? Also, last but not least, the parade. It's coming up, and we're still looking for people to turn in their participant packets. Anyone interested in sponsoring or putting an ad in our parade booklet this year should pick up a packet and let us know about that, too. Once again, it's on the 28th of May. We start staging at 10 a.m., at the corner of Inkster and Michigan Avenue, and the parade starts promptly at noon. We look forward to seeing you there. Also, the float, the community float we have, community garden float, you can check with Councilwoman Mitchell. She is heading up that action. We want the block clubs to get together and decorate that float and represent everybody on it. So you can see Connie, I don't have a number to give you because she can give you a number though.
They know how to find.
All right, she says you'll find her. So that's it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Just real quickly, I know we were talking earlier about sidewalks. We have engaged our engineering consultant to create a capital improvement plan. Hopefully that'll be done in the next several months, maybe 3 or 4 months, and we will have a complete plan on how we want to attack our capital improvements in this city. And of course, there'll be a number on that plan. So you might have a little sticker shock once you see the number, but we will have a plan, and then we'll start working towards getting that project done. But it will be a heavy lift, so just prepare yourself. Also, we are currently going through proposals for public relations and branding firms and individuals. We had 20 responses to our IRFP, which is a lot. So we spent a lot of time going through our initial review. We're going to go through it again. And so hopefully we will have some professionals on board very soon to start handling our PR for us, as well as branding and promoting a positive image for our city, which is definitely needed.
Yes.
Also, we talked about the dog pound, animal control. We were, just the folks, we did get 2 grants from federally distressed cities. We asked, a third one we did not receive, or we asked for money for animal control officer, as well as some money, I think, for our dog pound. Just so people know, we're looking at raising $350,000 just to finish the building. Now, obviously, hiring another person, animal control, that's gonna be an additional expense with benefits. And then they need a truck, that costs money. So we're gonna make it happen, but it's not just a flip of the switch. It costs a great deal of money. And we do have to get a truck if we're gonna hire animal control person. Otherwise, where they're gonna put the dogs or whatever they're picking up. So, but we are working on that. I want everybody to keep Gabe Henderson and his family in your prayers. His wife was sent to the hospital last week. I think she's doing much better. But just keep them in your prayers. He's usually here, so you know, it's kind of strange him not even being here tonight. So I just wanted to say that, so keep him in your thoughts. That's all I have. Oh, Mayor Pro Tem.
Now, I'm not going to take this personal. The mayor works very hard, and I understand sometimes he forgets about me. but you know, I'm not going to charge it to his, you know, his brain. I'm going to say it to his heart. Real quickly, District 1 will be having an advisory meeting on the 29th at St. Clement's Episcopal Church at 6 p.m. Everyone's invited. Come and share your comments on what you think that should happen within the district. And stop Inkster. Motion for...
No, I'm sorry.
You don't want to shop, Inkster? What do you want to shop?
Anywhere my money will take me. I'm sorry, but I do need to say this.
Okay.
The other day, some members of the Inkster Task Force treated the firemen to a pizza party because of the help that they've given the Inkster Task Force in some projects. On the way out, Octavia Smith picked up a, what is it called, an Eagle? What's the name of that paper? Used to be the Legistar.
Oh, the Eagle.
And she checked, she said, I picked it up because I wanted to see what they were going to say about Inkster. And sure enough, every other city was listing festivals and gatherings, and when it came to Inkster, it was about the mother who had shot her son at Canterbury Apartments. So she went right home, we talked about it, but she went right home and called the paper, only to find out, according to the lady she talked to, that they only get information from the police department. And that's why we get that kind of information in the paper. So here's the new plan. I'm going to be the writer of news for Inkster. If you have something going on that's positive that you want in the paper, I will write it. I'm the English major, doesn't take me but a hot minute. I will have a form ready for you here that you can use to give me pertinent information, and we'll start flooding them with positive things about the city of Inkster.
Oh, when she says the police, I send them positive things. They were going to run the Easter egg hunt. They did, but I think that the shooting was out the hell because it didn't get put.
It should not, when everybody else is getting positives, and you talk about an Easter egg hunt, but you choose to put a shooting in the paper. No, we're tired of that. Gotta stop.
That news made international news, so, you know.
I still don't get it.
All right, did you say a motion?
Now you can do your motion, Mr. Pro Tem, I'm sorry.
Motion for adjournment.
Support.
All those in favor say aye.
It's all my fault.
Now, y'all ain't gotta go home, but I can't stay around talking. You gotta get out the building.
Yep, I talked to him. Yes, he's coming in.
Hey, beautiful. Everything?
He's coming in tomorrow at 10 a.m.
And I'm coming in.